aka Bullets, YouTube channel.
Hurry up, now tell us why you're here.
Sterling Carlin is now out for the season because of a crash with Todd Marcus, who is also out this race because, well, he also crashed. Now onto the race. Lightning McQueen will start at pole position with Ryan Newcar to his outside. Row 2 has Casey Gears and Matt Karseth to his outside. These two cars don't usually qualify well. Brian Vickers will start on the inside of row 3 with Greg Beeple, last week's winner, to his outside. Row 4 has 7-time champion The King Strip Weathers and Dale Carrett to his outside. Row 5 has Kevin Carvick and oh no! Chickens! Row 6 has Kevin Shiftwright and Hollingus, the winner of the 14th race this season. Row 7 has Tony Gasworth and Jeff Corvette to his outside, looking for yet another win. Row 8 has Joe Brakecheck and oh no! Kyle Traxon! Row 9 has Chuck Armstrong, the 2000 Piston Cup champion, and Casey Corner to his outside. Row 10 has Kurt Buschtire and his teammate Mark Carton, who finishes second place quite a lot. One of their other teammates, Carl Edwards, will start on the inside of row 11 with Jeremy Carfield to his outside. Row 12 has Elliot Draftler and Kyle Buschtire to his outside, both looking for a win. Row 13 has Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Bobby Carboni, two cars that have numerous wins. Row 14 has 4-time winner Michael Cartrip and 2-time winner Ricky Slood. Row 15 has Ernie Gearson, who almost won the 1994 Piston Cup, and Moray Clutchburn to his outside. Row 16 has Eugene Kobareski and Krusty Roeder, who successfully qualified again. Row 17 has Jeff Burnton and Rusty Wheelhouse to his outside. Row 18 has Johnny Blamer, hoping not to crash, and Jamie McCarry, hoping to do something. Row 19 has Billy Oilchanger and Sage Vanderspin, hoping to get another win. Row 20 has Winford Bradford Rutherford and oh, it's James Cleanair! He successfully qualifies. Row 21 has Ken Schrader and Brush Kerber, hoping to do something. And starting in 43rd is Davey Apex, who has once won from this position. And all of these cars failed to qualify. Since you saw Misty Motocross, Claude Scruggs has something to say to Davey Apex. But Davey Apex refuses to sit out the race. Lightning McQueen will lead the first lap, but Ryan Newcar would take the lead from him, leading until lap 9, where Lightning McQueen would retake the lead, leading for 20 laps before Greg Beeple would take the lead from him. He'd only lead for 2 laps before, oh no! Chickens! Is 18th as of lap 31, where he wrecks Johnny Blamer, Casey Corner, Krusty Roeder, and most importantly, his rival Kyle Traxon, who's out for the season! Matt Karseth would take the lead after the restart, but then lose the lead to his teammate, Greg Beeple, who would lead for 30 laps before the King would take the lead from him. He'd only lead for 3 laps before Matt Karseth would take the lead from him, leading until lap 82, where Ken Schrader would take the lead from him. He'd lead for only 1 lap before Eugene Kobareski would be second place as of that lap, where he wrecks Ken Schrader. Well, of course he does that. Jeff Corvette goes down 1 lap on lap 82. Matt Karseth, who's in the lead, he'd lead until lap 119, where Lightning McQueen would take the lead from him. He'd only lead for 1 lap before Chuck Armstrong would take the lead from him, leading for 2 laps, and Jeff Corvette's now 2 laps down! And Matt Karseth would lead all the way until lap 165, where Moray Clutchburn would take the lead from him, leading until lap 166, where Jeff Corvette goes down another lap. Now he's 3 laps down. Matt Karseth would lead for 80 laps! How does any car lead for 80 laps in a row? His teammate Carl Edwards would be out because he hit the wall. Oh no! The mean green car Kicks is 12th as of lap 201, where he wrecks Hollingus, Casey Gears, Chuck Armstrong, Michael Cartrip, Elliot Draftler, Ernie Gearson, and Jeff Gorvette, who is 5 laps down at the time. Kevin Shiftwright would take the lead from Matt Karseth, and he'd lead for 10 laps before Billy Oilchanger would take the lead from him. He'd only lead 1 lap before James Cleanair would take the lead with applause from the fans. But on lap 273, Rusty Wheelhouse would be 7th as of that lap. Woody Rex! Chick Hicks! Hooray! Rusty Wheelhouse wrecked the Mean Green car. And Rusty Wheelhouse told Corey Turbowitz of RSN this. Jeff Burton would jump over the wreck? How? The King would take the lead after the restart with even more applause from the fans. Rusty Wheelhouse would take the lead with even more applause for wrecking the Mean Green car. And Jeff Burton would take the lead for 2 laps, but on lap 285, he'd lose the lead to Lightning McQueen, who would lead all the way to lap 299, where Eugene Karbareski would take the lead from him. Why? But on lap 303, Tony Gasworth would be 2nd. Woody Rex! Eugene Karbareski! Neither good job or boo to Tony Gasworth. Anyways, Tony Gasworth would tell RSN this. And then questions were raised when Davey Apex took the lead. But on lap 309, he lost it to Matt Karseth, who would lead for 30 laps. But then Dale Earnhardt Jr. would take the lead from him, leading until lap 348, where the King would take the lead from him. He'd only lead for 2 laps before James Cleanair would retake the lead, leading until lap 357, where Kevin Shiftwright would take the lead from him. He'd lead for 12 laps before Matt Karseth would retake the lead for 1 lap. But unfortunately, Brush Kerber has an engine failure on lap 370, which means he's ouch! But Lightning McQueen would take the lead after the restart, leading until lap 378, where Dale Earnhardt Jr. would take the lead from him, leading until lap 384, where Maury Clutchburn would take the lead. He'd lead until lap 390, where Dale Earnhardt Jr. would pass him and lead for the last 10 laps of the race, which means that he wins the 2005 Mario Andretti 400. And here is the top 10 of the race, with Maury Clutchburn finishing 5th and James Cleanair finishing 9th. And here is the top 20 in points.
Remember to press the notifications button, which goes ring, ring, ring after you press it. And lightning strikes back, and that's as if you subscribed, of course. And thank you for watching this entire video.
This race was just bad for Jeff Gorvette. What got even worse was that he got into a tire fight with Kevin Shiftwright after the race. And Davey Apex finished 16th in the 2005 Mario Andretti 400. Next race, the 17th race of 2005, will be coming out soon enough.